sleeping soul, take flight, take me through the night. Down, down, down by the river. Down, down, down by the river. Hanging moon in fog, mist will lead where you belong. Sweep me off my feet. Down, down, down by the river. Down, down, down by the river. Down, down, down by the river. By the inky amber.
Well, hello and welcome back to Your Mom Games live stream of Baldur's Gate 3. If you can hear me, say hello. Okay, so Chad is asking me about something they saw on a clip that I sent them with Asterian's face in it, and it looks like in the clip that there is a pill in Asterian's mouth. When they construct a character in a video game, they construct them from the inside out. So they start with digital skeletons, and then they add muscle layers over that, and then they add other layers over that, and then finally the skin, the mouth, the tongue, the teeth. It's all added in layers, which is why sometimes when there's artifacts in a game, you will see something wrong in one of those layers, a flaw in the code, if you will. And so what appears to be a pill in Asterian's mouth is really just light, a space that the coders didn't quite get, because when they construct the tongue inside of the mouth, sometimes they have a little trouble like with where the teeth should go and things like that. It's considered a fairly minor flaw. Assassin's Creed Unity had some issues with that when it was first released many, many moons ago, and literally the characters' faces would melt off on screen. It was quite terrifying. They would just layer by layer just peel off of their faces. So that was not meant to do that. It was just a thing that happened. So sometimes you'll see little artifacts like that. Sometimes people will pass through solid objects, that sort of thing. But in the case of the thing that looks like a pill in Asterian's mouth, it's just a digital artifact. You will see it if you watch closely during gameplay cutscenes and things like that. When people's mouths are open, sometimes you'll see, ooh, there's like a little glimmer of light in their throat, and it's very strange, right? But it's just an artifact of digital creation. All right, so let's go ahead and get started on today's episode. Now, you might remember we're in the middle of a murder mystery, and we need to go talk to Valeria, the investigator. I did not call you Chad. I said chat. Chat. So it's how you address folks on a game, you know. So I don't have to use your name. So there you go. So let's go ahead and end the day and get started on what is to come. So at this point in the game, usually I go over and say hi to her.
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make something really good, I promise.
So one of the really scary things about this part of the game is that you know that Orin is a shapeshifter, and she could be anyone in camp, and she could be Yenna or any of your teammates at this point. She could really just be anybody. And you just don't know. You just don't know. It's time to talk to Halsin.
I never quite realized how burdened I was until I met you. The threat of the Shadow Curse, the politics of the Grove. I was forgetting who I was. But you lifted the fog. Thank you.
Sounds serious. So the fog's lifted. What have you discovered?
You.
Really?
I discovered you.
Oh. Go on.
I have lived a very long time. I have taken many lovers. My heart does not stir lightly,
Wow.
but it does now.
Oh, boy. What are you saying exactly, Halsin?
I want more than to fight at your side or sit around the campfire with you. I want to lay with you under the stars and feel your skin against mine. I think you feel the same way. Why else would you have been so concerned about whether I had a lover before? But tell me I'm wrong, and the matter can rest. I do not wish to sour our friendship, but I have to know if it can be something more.
Well, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't interested, but I'm already in a relationship.
You have bonded with Astarion, body and soul. His scent lingers on your skin. If there is to be anything between us, it must be with his consent.
Oh,
And perhaps someday, his participation.
spicy. You just want to share? What do you mean?
Some treat their relationships like a walled garden. Tidy, tamed, cut off from the world. That is their right, but it is not for me. I do as nature does, and let my heart run wild. Desire flourishes wherever it finds purchase.
You don't believe in monogamy?
It has its place, but it is not for me. The wolf makes for life, but the bear roams free and partners as its instinct dictates. I need to stay true to my nature, and you to yours. Perhaps you are like me, or perhaps not.
So I have a couple of options here. I can say I'll speak with Astarion. Or I can say, I want you, consider things ended between Astarion and I. Or I could say, I'm sorry, I'm in a relationship and I don't want to jeopardize it. Let me tell you. We're going to pick number one, but I'm going to say first. Because you should see what happens if you pick number one. Because it is funny. This line is so priceless that I have to share it. But we're not going to have a real full-on Halsin romance because it is so scandalous. I'm afraid I have to save that for my private playthroughs. I'll speak with Astarion.
Take your time.
Oh,
I'll be waiting.
I will. Ah.
Precious little Bal babe.
You wouldn't believe the conversation I've just had with Halsin.
I was wondering when you're going to ask me about this.
Did he talk to you about it?
I guessed. The man can't stay quiet about enjoying the freedom of nature's gifts. I bet he'd outlaw clothing if he could.
So you wouldn't mind if I had something with him?
I'm happy for you to have as much Halsin as you wish. But I do have one question. It's not because, you know, we haven't in a while.
Oh, gods, I don't want you to think that for a moment.
I know, I was being foolish. But thank you for saying it. Go right on with Halsin. Far be it from me to hold your hunger against you.
So that's one way it can go, and let me tell you, that is the spicy way. But we won't do the spicy way today, because as I said, climbing Mount Halsin is a private playthrough event, not a public playthrough event. It makes Astarion's love scene look tame, so we're just not going to do that. We're just going to keep Halsin right in that friend zone where sadly I hate to leave him, but I must, so that's how it is. This is an Astarion-only romance playthrough. Now, if you go to Gale, he's very confused, and they're really funny interactions with Gale. So, Shadowheart, Lae'zel, and Astarion, and I think Karlach all are like, yeah, sure, no problem, but Gale and
or perhaps not.
Will are like, no, I'm not jiggy with that, so I'm sorry, I'm in a relationship and I don't want to jeopardize it.
I understand.
Oh.
And I still cherish our relationship. Still.
Oh.
I could not have forgiven myself had I not taken the plunge.
Aw, sweet
Halsin.
Halsin.
Tried and failed.
He is a really good boyfriend. Just gonna say that, just for the side note, he is wonderful. Okay, so now let's see. I have to get rid of somebody here. I need to get rid of Jaheira for right now.
Well, are we ready for the road once more?
Actually, I'm gonna need you to stay here, Jaheira.
You're sure?
Yes, I am.
Later then. I tell you not to get in trouble, but I suspect it will find you whether you like it or not.
Oh, it will. It almost found me just now. A lot of trouble. Actually, it's no trouble at all. Let's add Will.
Always good to talk, my friend.
I'd like you to join me.
That's the spirit.
Thank you. Will, you're so positive and upbeat. And speaking of being up, I'm going to level Will up. So it is time to level Will up. And at this point, I'm going to level his fighter ability up one more level because there's a specialization in the fighter class that is something I want, the Eldritch Knight. So as you know, he uses Eldritch Blast. You are a warrior of spell and sword weaving incantations that supplement your extensive martial expertise. So I'm going to go ahead and take this, and I'm going to add these two guys. We'll just go ahead and use this and this. And I think that's, what else do I want to use here? Maybe sleep. Okay, let's go finish this rest and get started solving this murder mystery. And you know, the thing about it is, each playthrough, the individual in your camp who could be Orin changes. So you never know for sure which one of your teammates is going to turn, which one of your campmates is actually Orin. Just to add some intensity to this here. You just don't know who it could be. Could be anyone. All right, so there are quite a few things to actually do in Rivington. We're going to go a little past Rivington. We'll circle back here in another episode, but we are going to finish sort of the main part of this initial quest line involving the murder mystery. So we are just going to move forward here.
There must be something.
Oh, I need to stop and get a note.
Elman is dead. This does not bode well.
So Stelmane, if you recall when we met up with our Dream Guardian and he told us a little bit about his history, He talked about Stelmane, the Duke, who he had partnered with, and she has just turned up murdered. So let's get this newspaper.
Bet you want to know all about Stelmane's murder? Hottest topic in Rivington. Apart from the March of the Absolute's army, I suppose. Got today's edition of the Baldur's Mouth Gazette right here. You want one?
I'll take it.
Excellent. You enjoy that one, all right? It's really gory.
Okay, so let's open up that issue and read it really quick. So, report of ships sailing by night along Worms Crossing beaches. Something we might want to check into. Feywild Circus struck by tragedy. Dribbles the clown killed and replaced by absolute spy. Murder in Baldur's Gate. The Mouth investigates.
Great headline.
Let's see. Do I have the wrong one? There's nothing here about Stelmane.
Stelmane's murder, still unsolved. City Watch under scrutiny.
You know what? Where's the Stelmane murder?
Scraps for days.
That's so weird. Am I missing something here? I feel like that's the other one.
Reign of passion.
The Duke. Ravengard, I think. But I heard he's a good man. Headline.
Oh, that's weird. That's so weird. Let me buy this again.
You want another one?
Yeah,
You
I
know
want
yours
another
takes
one.
time to write, don't you? I'll go on then. You've twisted my arm.
Okay.
By the time you've read
Did
that
I do
one,
something
you'll be ready
wrong?
to write your own.
It's exactly the same, and it does. Am I missing it? There's nothing here about Stelmane.
It's dead. Read all about it.
Oh well.
Great headline.
Usually there's quite a bit of detail there, but you want to see the one ads? You want to go to Baldur's Gate and work there? Maybe you can work for these guys. Maybe you can be Flaming Fist.
Citizens only. I won't say it again. But we won't clear from arms.
Halt! By orders of Lord Gortash, refugees are no longer allowed in the city. Turn around.
Here's a good example of an artifact. So I am not a refugee.
Well, do you have the means to support yourself?
My good lady, I am Will Ravengard. I will not pay to enter my own city.
Ravengard? Ugh, more like the ghastliest tiefling south of Neverwinter. No refugees.
Oh yeah, she's scary.
It is decreed.
No refugees. Okay, well I can take care of myself. Here's 200 gold.
Right. Article 30.1.5 of the Council's decree on extraordinary wartime measures. I am confiscating that. The city thanks you for your contribution. Your name?
Why do you need my name?
I'm doing the questioning here.
Okay.
Last time. Name?
I'm called Daisy Dewdrop Fluffington.
Well met, citizen Fluffington.
Your parasite stirs. From the construct, you feel connection, resonance.
What in the hells is that thing?
I am a Steel Watcher, citizen. Here to serve the people of Baldur's Gate in the name of Lord Enver Gortash.
State your business.
Let's see. I've been hired by Baldurian nobility for a task requiring discretion.
Eyes open, body still.
I will do as she says and stand still.
Behind the Watcher's gaze, a presence awakens. You are seen. You are known. Your party's prior transgressions are reflected in its stare, as witnessed by the cult's ever-alert, scrying eyes. It has heard the howls of slaughtered goblins. It has seen the deep shadows of Grimforge, and the stone floors left bloodied. It knows the cold walls of Moonrise Towers, and the cultists who fell there. The Watcher speaks directly into your mind with a voice like poisoned honey.
You are marked for special treatment. Not simply an enemy of the people, but an enemy of the Absolute. Come quietly, or die.
I will consent to arrest.
Your peaceful surrender has been noted. You will be transferred to Worms Rock Prison, where you will await further sentencing.
Eat this, you pile of junk!
Oh. An Iron Hand gnome come to the rescue.
Is imminent.
Bastards, or I'll have your head!
Okay. Oh, shoot. Did I mean to bring... You know who I meant to bring with me was Lae'zel, but that's okay. We'll be fine without her. The other thing is, I meant to change Will's outfit because I have actually a really nice outfit for him now. We are upgrading everybody around here. Everybody's getting some fancier outfits. They're not just wandering around in the wilderness anymore, after all.
Men, women, children, all barred from entry. A damn travesty. A decade ago, Baldur's Gate would have welcomed any and everyone seeking refuge. Who would take in these souls, if not the Jewel of Baldurin?
Baldur's Gate was a safe refuge when I left it. This must be Gortash's doing.
As long as Gortash is in charge, they'll be left shivering at the gates. All part of the plan, of course. Step 1. Create an army and order it to march on the city. Step 2. Shut the gates in the name of security. Step 3. Bask in the applause. Gortash hasn't made Baldur's Gate safe. He's made it a prison. And when his army breaks through, the people will have nowhere to run. To make this city a safe haven, we'll need to bathe Gortash and his allies in their own blood.
I'm willing to do that. Okay, so let's go up here. So you may recall that we had obtained a key, a flowered key, and it belonged to a chest that is located in Frago's Flophouse, and this is Frago's Flophouse. So let's go inside.
I'm here. I won't let anything happen to you.
Look at you. I'm exhausted.
So many victims for Cazador here.
I know you have.
They're the kind of people no one would ever miss.
Is that a dwarf dressed in red over here? Let me go talk to him.
Sir, good, sir. Give me 3 days and... Oh, apologies. Thought you were someone else. Greetings, so forth, so on.
I'm looking for a killer. A dwarf dressed in red, just like you.
How dare you? Accusing an upstanding citizen like me of being a dwarf? I'm a halfling, you oaf.
Right then, I seem to have offended him. Flophouse tenant's log. Bernier, stay indefinite. Name, Fionn Goldgrind, 1 month. Paid till 10-day late. Grishka, unsure, till 5 nights. Rosanna, short as bloody possible. Paid till 2 nights hence. Let's see, I think this person may have things I want to buy.
Word to the wise. Give that ill-mate to Temple a wide berth. Rude buggers. Certainly not bringing my trade there again.
To be fair, their high priest just died.
Does that excuse being rude? Excluding folk? Come off it. They wouldn't let me in. Spouted some tripe about my sort and absolutist murderers. I
Oh.
only wanted to sit down a minute.
Huh. What's your trade?
Let me show you.
Okay, so she has this. And I don't think, yeah, I didn't think I did. Let's see if I have some wares I can sell to get that other health potion. That works. I'll take it.
Pleasure doing business.
Why, thank you. Okay. Now I think we want to go upstairs really quickly.
We will miss it.
I will not. It is our chance to start over, and I will gladly do so.
Delaria and Pale Petrus. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Almost got myself arrested.
We should go. I do not want to face the Master if we're late for his Black Mass.
Soon, sister. I only need one more mark.
We have enough for the Master. No more are needed.
It's not for the master, it's for me. I spent 100 years eating rats and dogs, but soon I'll be able to feast. I want someone there, ready for me. And once the mass is done and our Lord grants us freedom, I can celebrate by drinking them dry.
Cazador promised you your freedom, and you believed him? Ha! You were never burdened with intelligence, Petras. But your load seems especially light these days.
Astarion! It cannot be.
Oh, that's no way to welcome back a brother, doll. Didn't you miss me?
Why would you come back? You got out. You were free.
I'm just gonna let Astarion do all the talking.
Isn't it obvious, sister? He wants to ascend with the rest of us. He heard about the ritual and the power our master will grant us, so he came back with his tail between his legs, hoping all would be forgiven.
You always were an idiot, Petras. Where is he hiding? Tell me!
Brother! Please!
I'm just gonna be quiet.
Tell me what I need to know, or I swear you'll burn!
The Master is preparing the Black Mass. Beneath his palace, there's a defiled chapel. It was hidden there the entire time, hidden from us all.
I'm going to stop Cazador.
What the hell's happened to you, Astarion? What are you?
I'm more than what I was. And I'm not afraid of anything anymore. The sun can't harm me. Cazador can't compel me. I'm the only person who can stop him. Now go, before I change my mind about roasting you, brother.
This isn't over, Astarion.
Poor fools. They actually think Cazador will save them.
They'll warn him we're coming.
Yes, and they'll be trembling in fear when they tell him. They're no threat to us. and they have no choice but to do Cazador's bidding. I pity them. Worst of all, they don't know their fate's already set. They're doomed. The only question is whether their lives will be sacrificed to a monster like Cazador, or serve a greater purpose. 7 sigils on 7 spawn. And Cazador has the other 6. We have to face him and take that power for ourselves.
Let's see. Those 6 spawn are your brothers and sisters. Are you ready to sacrifice them?
Trust me, I'd rather slaughter someone else's family, but if that's what it takes. And it's not like their sweet innocence. They brought Cazador just as many victims as I did. You're not getting sentimental, are you? I thought you were with me on this.
I just want you to be happy.
Then you'll help me in this. Nothing would make me happier. And now we know he's skulking beneath his palace. We can take the hunt to Cazador. All right, let's go. This place stinks of rat blood and despair.
Quite. Okay, so there's a lot of thieving to happen here, but for the purposes of the story, we're just going to keep on going for right now.
Softer than a whisper.
Yes. So vampires, in vampire lore, there are a couple of things that can permanently kill a vampire. So one, of course, is the good old wooden stake to the heart. One is water, like the Wicked Witch of the West. And then the other one is direct sunlight, right? And the reason that Astarion is so special is the tadpole has somehow given him the ability to withstand direct sunlight. But his fellow spawn, such as Petrus, does not have that same ability. So all he really had to do was put him into the direct sunlight, and then Petrus started roasting like a Texas barbecue. That's what happens. So the door we need to open is behind this wardrobe. And you have to break the wardrobe in order to get to the door. I don't want to tell you how long I stood here trying to solve this problem. My first playthrough, I stood here for a very long time trying to figure out why I couldn't get in. But I have a key. I've used the flowery key. And now we're going to go inside. Uh-oh. Blood under the bed. Another murder?
You notice some blood has pooled on the wooden floor.
Uh-oh. Let's try to discern the source of the blood.
You notice the blood's source. A body hidden under the bed.
Let's pull out the body. So a dwarf lady. Let's see. Her name is Fionn Goldrind. We saw her name in a visitor's log. And to the best of wives and mothers, we'll send that to camp. And Fionn's key. And it says a flower-shaped key with a number 5 scratched into the petals.
I know this key. It's identical to the one held by that corpse in the tunnels.
A blood-stained note. 2 hands now, 2 hands, 2 of them more needed. Not enough. Must cover myself in glory to be covered in blood. More! Well, sounds like a real special head case. Wonder why they need those hands. Ooh, fly. Otto's irresistible dance. Oh, such a great spell to cast. Tales of the Hells. Smiler the Defiler. If your wanders through Avernus seem to become an awful lot more scenic, luscious woods, big bushes, and the like, you may have wandered into a wily trap set by a creature named Smiler. None of us hellfolk know exactly what he is, where he's from, or how he got there, but he's a nasty piece of work. Well, he's called the Defiler, ain't he? He's not just nasty, plenty folk are nasty here, but he's weird. Something's not right. Well, I mean, I would probably think most creatures in Avernus were weird. Just saying. That would be my take on it. Let's see, is there... some cheese. That's good. A sheep butchered with creative zeal. Despite the detailed illustrations of muscle and bone, it's quickly obvious this is no medical journal. The language throughout is practical but unrefined, describing how to get the best cuts of meat, which bits are considered null chum, and how to deal with a range of stains and odors. Looking closer, you notice several scratchy annotations detailing how to adapt these techniques for more human-shaped bodies. A blood-stained parchment. Messy splatters of deep red brown adorn this scrap of parchment. Those wishing to face the Dreadlord's tribunal and enter the Temple of Baal must slay the targets on this list and frame the corpses as a murder by the cult of the Absolute. Bring the victim's hand as proof of the killing. Walk in blood aspirant. Duke Belin Stelmane, Elfsong Tavern, Lower City, killed. Father Lorgan, Open Hand Temple, Rivington, killed. Dribbles the Clown, Circus of the Last Days, Rivington, killed. Alexander Rainforest, Officer near the Counting House, Lower City, killed. Frank Peartree, Abode near Fjolger's Fireworks, Lower City, killed. Cora Highberry, Large Home near Baldur's Mouth Gazette, Lower City, not killed yet, apparently. Figaro Pennygood, Facemaker's Fashion, Lower City. Chef Rover, Elfsong Tavern Kitchen, Lower City. Neshalisha, Blushing Mermaid, Lower City. Very Vanthampur, Vanthampur Villa, Upper City. And finally, Friedrich Hune at the Hune House in Upper City.
A list of names. Father Lorgan's on here, crossed off. A target list, perhaps? These tunnels were full of shapeshifters. Father Lorgan's name is written here too.
Let's look in the shabby wardrobe. Oh, not so shabby. I like all of this. Sometimes shabby wardrobes hide things that aren't so shabby. And here's a disguise kit. Interesting.
Are those organs in these vials? Yuck.
Ugh. And some good stuff in here. All right. Well, that was revealing, wasn't it? And as I said, I will be coming back to do some thievery later, depending on how much time we have. So let's go back downstairs. Wait. Is this the stairs? No, this is a room. Oh, I'll take that though. Somebody can use that. Oh, yeah, somebody can use that to wash up. Probably should be careful about getting caught stealing here. That guy is pretty austere about his punishments. I don't want to get on his bad side. You know what I mean? All right, let's go this way.
Ah, safe, my love.
I won't let anything happen to you.
What is this place?
Here we go.
Such a prude. From decadent drow to whip-cracking librarians, we cater to all tastes. See Mamselle Amira for a full list of company.
Uh-oh.
Sheress Caress.
Well, this is why I wanted Lae'zel along.
Wetting your whistle. Dancing, forget your worries. Indulge yourself.
A weary traveller, battered and bruised. You come for sustenance, no decadence. A mien cool as ice, yet eyes burning hot. Oh yes, I know your bliss.
She knows my
A
bliss.
sturdy dwarf, a leather whip. She gives, you receive. Or have I misjudged you?
Let's see. Spot on. That sounds delightful.
I thought as much. Those eyes tell a story. Punishment is your pleasure.
It sounds like Middleborough.
Theon you seek, our stern librarian. She isn't here today, alas. Your penance must wait. Well, we've other ways to fill your void. A drink for one, a pair of drow for another. Choose your sin.
Let's see. In the flop house across the street lies a fresh-killed corpse, a lady dwarf. Could that be Fionn?
Murdered! Ye gods, the poor thing! Oh, by the mother of cats, I pray she didn't suffer. I'll miss that face. Else, the regulars will miss her more. They swarmed her like honeybees at the hive. Oh. Losing Fionn slashed a big hole in my coin purse. I should get to replacing her.
I am all for lining my coin purse, but even I'd say that's moving on a bit quick.
Sweeting, this is Baldur's Gate. I've seen more murders than a butcher's right eye. There'll be time for tears. Cruel as it is, I must turn my mind to business, or, more precisely, the lack of it.
Surely you can spare a reward for this information.
I have little coin, but I offer sin in abundance. Talk with the Drow twins in the tap room. They're legends among the regulars, almost myths. Tell them they're your gift from the Mamselle, and let them show you why. Anything else on your mind, sweeting?
No, I'm good.
I want to give it a good rumple.
Damn, Hoots! That new batch burns stronger than a pit fiend's fist.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Take it however you want. But I'll be having my usual from now on. Oh. It's Raphael's favorite misadventurer.
Oh.
You've put me out of pocket, you know. Raphael bet me 5 soul coins you'd reach the city in one piece. He rented a room upstairs in the hope that you'd drop by.
And who are you exactly?
I forget we've never met. I've had my eyes and ears on you so long we feel like old friends. Carilla is my name. I'm Raphael's assistant, shall we say. Take your time. Have a drink. Sample the goods. Go see him when you're feeling refreshed.
Don't take it off, mate.
Now, that there's a face I'd remember if I'd seen it. Welcome to Sheress's Caress. What can Hoots do for you, stranger? You got a taste for ale, I reckon? Or maybe... forget it. My new brew could drop you in the wink of a spectator's eye.
Oh. your new brew sounds potent. I'll give that a try.
Don't know about that, chum. Hoots Hooch packs a stronger wallop than all 10 of my knuckles. Could beef you up, sharpen your tongue, or knock you out cold. No telling till the first drop hits your gullet.
I'll take my chances on the hooch.
Damn! The gal knows what she wants. First one's on the house. So, don't come bawling to me if your big toes fall off or your tongue coils in a knot.
What's the story of this place?
Charess Caress, the mamsel's brainchild. Wet your tongue, soak your skin, scratch your itch. Get the attention you want and avoid the attention you don't.
I'd like to see what else you have.
Have a look.
So you can get the Amulet of the Drunkard here, and while wearing this amulet, you can regain 2 to 8 hit points per turn while drunk. Additionally, you can increase the duration of your inebriation by 5 rounds. I don't need that. But it is an interesting item you can get if you're interested.
All set, are you?
I'm all set. Okay. I think I've got everything I need here. It's Valeria, our wayward investigator.
Another case closed, another bottle open. Huzzah to Valeria! Hang on a tick. I recognize that face. You were talking to Yanis after I left the temple. I'll bet she's put you up to something.
Afraid so. I've found new evidence, investigator.
Why must you busybodies insist on interrupting a perfectly good night? I know that look. You remind me of Devella. Fine. If you doubt my conclusions, out with it. What have you found?
Who's Devella?
My assistant. She's posted in the lower city investigating Duke Stelmane's murder. Now, back to it. What have you found?
Gods.
Okay.
Stelmane is really gone then.
I spoke to both corpses. They were killed by a dwarf dressed in red.
That doesn't make sense. Why would this dwarf kill Father Lorgan? I need something more than vague allegations. I want something compelling, hard, tangible evidence, and nothing less.
Okay, well, a group of shape-shifting assassins were under the temple, along with more murder victims.
While that is startling, it still doesn't disprove my theory that Brilgor killed Father Lorgan, does it? That's what you need if you want to change my mind. Hard evidence. A reason, too, if you're at it. Why was Lorgan killed?
I found the murder weapon you missed in a tunnel under the temple.
That's quite the discovery. Doesn't tell me everything, though. Why was Lorgan killed?
I assume for the same reason as all the other people on the target list, to gain Baal's favor.
Really? You as well? Devella's been harping on about Baal for months. Fancies herself something of an expert. I assumed it was just a bunch of conspiracy codswallop and fear-mongering. But she's been unusually insistent about this one, even for her. Fine. I'll bite. What's your theory?
Let's see. Baal's recruiting initiates to his cult. Committing murder is how they receive an invite, or I should say, It's not a theory. I have proof. This document contains information connecting the murders to the Ballast resurgence.
No need to wave documents at me. I'm already drowning in paperwork as it is. Constable de Vela is going to be a real pain in the trunk about this. Since you seem to be on an obnoxiously similar wavelength, why don't you seek her out? She'll be at the Elf Song Tavern. Show her the list, and I'll stay and inform the Fist here. Oh, and you'll need this pass. It'll give you access to the lower city. Well, what are you waiting for? You've a bloody conspiracy to solve. Move!
Okay, so now we need to go find room number 5. And that would be... Let's see, is it out here? Am I going the right way? I always kind of get confused. Let's see. This is definitely not the right way. I think I need to go upstairs. I don't know my way around the brothel very well. It's not a habit I'm into here, going to the brothel. That's a lie. So anyway, let's see. Let's go through here. Aha! So I'm looking for number 5. This is the Nymph's Grotto sign. That's not where I want to go.
Moan loudly in the library at all times.
Oh my. This is Elminster's library.
Wonder what's past this.
Oh my. She's got quite the setup in here. Fion's journal. He's getting worse. The whispers, the night terrors, the blood. I know he's hiding something, and the others in the flop house know it too. I've seen how they look at him, how they look at me. They're scared of him, and I can't blame them. I am too. Well, you should have listened to your instincts there, my dear. Uh-oh. I'll take that. Divination. Scroll of flying. One night in Nashgol. Oh my gosh. Naughty. Yoshimo is willing. And the Warrior of Love. Oh, that's the outside. My goodness. All right, stack of strolls. Speak with the dead. Good. Handy. Born to be wild. In this magical adventure, the one and only Elminster explains the inaccuracies to Volo of his accounts of the mating rituals of the Feywild, with very graphic demonstrations. Rules of the reading room. Anyone caught pleasuring themselves in the library will be tethered to the bookcase of chained books. Any wizards caught examining the special collection without express permission will be commanded to read aloud to the whole library the passage they were enjoying. Anyone breaking the silence of the library will be promptly gagged. Well, my goodness, she seems like quite... Phew. Okay. Alrighty, let's see. I think I can just send most of this to camp. I need that one. Okay, so poor Fionn. We'll come back and visit that one another time. But for the purposes of the murder investigation, I would say we have done almost everything we need to do here. Oops. Let's see. I always get lost in the brothel. Let's see. How do I get out of here? Oops.
Was that human boy insisting on playing his acoustic lute version of High House of Wonders?
So I believe the Drow twins are in here. Nope, that's not where they're at. Ah, they're down here. Okay.
Cabaret here featuring Roll the Despoiler.
Oh.
The highest kicks in Baldur's Gate guaranteed.
Especially for you.
Don't take it off later.
My. I can tell you are a special one from a single glance. You have but to ask, and we can grant you a moment of pleasure. Don't be shy.
How did you end up here?
I used to work as a courtesan back home, and my sister as an artisanal masseuse. But men are treated like dogs by the Underdark's matriarchs, so we fled.
We found surfaces craved the body of a drow like a drug. Life is easy in our line of work.
Are you sure this is where you want to be?
It was not my work itself that has ever been a challenge to me. Merely the circumstances. I worked in this business in the Underdark, but it grew to festering monotony. The entirety of drow culture is obsessed with bondage beyond reason. While such activities have their charms, I yearned to reach greater depths. And there is no society on this planet more laterally, imaginatively, and confusingly depraved as that of Baldur's Gate. Although of late, I do feel like I've seen everything. Perhaps you'll show me something new.
Mamzella Mira said you could provide me with a gift for helping her.
Silly. We are the gift.
Oh.
One free ride with me or my brother.
Or perhaps you have greater ambitions yet. Trust me, you don't want to miss my signature Mesobaranzan love trick.
And is that your partner with you? What a gorgeous couple. Perhaps we could come to an agreement.
Let's see. Agreement? What kind of agreement?
We want both of you, silly.
Uh-oh.
At the same time.
Sorry, Pet. I'm not quite comfortable with doing this again yet.
I would have liked to, but I understand.
A shame. But either one of us will be ready for you, if you wish to have us.
Oh, see? She would never do anything Astarion doesn't want to do. All right, so let's see. So let me look at my journal. Wasn't able to prepare a lot for this. So now that we have found out what's going on, we need to find a way to gain access to the Temple of Baal. We already knew that because we need to kill Orin. So we've additionally found a Baalist target list. New recruits are being asked to stage murders as absolute butchery. We should investigate. Successful recruits gain access to the Temple of Baal, where Orin awaits. We found a list of people marked for death. If we kill 2 targets from this list and bring a severed hand as proof, we can stand before the murder tribunal and enter the Temple of Baal. Now, of course, you may not be inclined. They're very extroverted, the Drow, yes. They're very strange in their culture. The thing is that we may not want to be the ones committing these murders. So, how do we impress the tribunal, the murder tribunal? Because in order to get access to Orin, we first must go through the murder tribunal. So we've got to think of a way to do that. So now that Investigator Valeria is aware of that, hopefully that will make things better for the refugees. Now, the other thing we have to do, in addition to getting Orin's Netherstone, is getting Gortash's Netherstone. And that is not going to be easy. So anyway, let's head back to Rivington. We have a pass now, so nobody's going to bother us.
This is front page material.
Guild robbers are usually decent enough folk. They take your gold, but they leave your...
Let's see. We've been to see her, right? We've been shopping. And I know I want to go outside. Let's see. Is this where I want to go? No. Ah, upstairs and to the left.
There's blood here, not yet dried. And no sign of the smith.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's a bloody message. How I soured and salted the smith for you, and yet you dared not devour him. I will not let this bittered meat spoil, not when Baal could savor it, Orin. Oof, shit, creepy. Oh dear. Well, too bad. We're gonna have to go in and check this place out. Well, what did the smith have? Okay, we'll take that and send it to camp. He's not going to be using it. The Journal of Gildro Angleron. Let's see. Rat brought in... The scimitar that Rivington Rat brought in yesterday is the 3rd weapon made of infernal iron I've purchased in the last month. Oh. Well, we know who's making the diabolical weapons. There's only one blacksmith we know of who can make weapons from that, right?
Which way?
It's Damon.
Library.
Iron Hand gnomes, our grievances. All know that the primal source of mechano-magical method and measurement is Geradal Ironhand, gnomic deity of militant artifice. For generations, the Ironhand clan reverently toiled in their Baldur's Gate workshops, creating intricate devices of precision and beauty, crafting in peace alongside the sweatshops of lesser artisans. Sometimes in their generosity, the Ironhands even shared methods with these others. But then did the adherents of the thief god Gond, in their hubris, found a house of wonders and arrogate to themselves the labor and credit of all mechano-magical works in Baldur's Gate. And many gnomes did join the Gondians, to their shame, and the voice of Geradal spoke to the Wolverforce Bungle and said unto him, Suffer not these Gondians to steal thy livelihoods. And so Walverforce spake out against the Gondians, citing the flaws and errors in their shoddy works, rightly extolling the superiority of the creations of the Iron Hands. In response, the Gondians, in their envy and choler, did utter vile slander and calumny against the Iron Hands, and Walverforce was wroth. There followed the death of Walverforce, and there followed the death of Walverforce in the unfortunate rune powder incident, and the Iron Hands, with the complicity of the Flaming Fist, were driven from the city into woeful exile. And I guess that must be Walbrin's gripe, right? Aw. That's not really helpful. So we should see what is under here, right? Let's see what's in the basement.
Locked from the other side. I wonder what it's hiding.
Oh, I do wonder what it's hiding.
Can't give up now.
That was before I saw the giant metal monsters guarding.
Army is probably no more than a pack of goblins. Good goblins.
A few days in a jail cell.
A new face! Something to send? Don't be shy! Welcome to Sword Coast Couriers. To send and to serve. Delivery not guaranteed.
Wait, delivery not guaranteed?
Well, we've had to change the policy. Hard to send letters by road when there's a rampaging army of fanatics bearing down on you.
Good point.
I'll tell you, it's left me in a right pickle. I've sent what I can by pigeon, but now something's attacking them and all. Become a postmaster, Danzo. It'll be easy. Nobody mentions having to spend your evenings hunting for pigeon carcasses, do they?
Aww.
You sense there's more to his anxiety than a few missing letters.
Any idea where the birds went missing?
Not the foggiest. Normally they fly true as an elven arrow. Something nearby is snatching them. I can tell you that much.
Level with me. What's really going on here?
Oh, well, one of the missing letters is my own correspondence. A personal matter, nothing serious. But you can understand if people think I can't even deliver my own letters, I'd be finished.
Persuasion. I can track this letter down, but I'll need my expenses paid up front. Ah, blast it. I'll try again. Ah. Nice.
I suppose there's no harm in you taking a look. Here's something to get you started. Bring me the letter, unopened, and you'll get the rest.
Yes, carrier pigeons. So let's see. I should have a speak to animals here.
Pigeons are very sensitive. They can't fly straight if they're disturbed.
I've no need of a wing man. Commander Lightfeather will give you your briefing.
A little wet under the wing for our unit. The commander will soon straighten you out.
Hmm.
Name and rank? Quickly now! There's a war on!
Let's see. Rank. Are you in the army?
The army? Pah! Those great clodding dirt snufflers! I am Commander Lightfeather, leader of the finest aerial communication regiment this side of the Triumpha. State your purpose, Groundwalker. I don't have all day.
I hear some of your officers have gone missing recently. What happened to them?
Damned awful business. Fine flyers, a lot of them. Gone without a trace. Intelligence is in short supply, but we know our enemies flanked us on the west side, not one rooftop away. They're avoiding the whole area. I won't lose one more beak to the blighter. If you pass that way, beware the sign of the featherless wings. From that rooftop, none return.
The featherless wings. From that rooftop, none return. So across the way, there's a rooftop. I just need to find it. I need to go out this way, I guess. So across the way is the temple. So we needed to go there anyway. So let's go across the street. Let me talk to Sister Yanis and give her an update.
Thank you. Now Brilgor's name has been cleared, we can extend our help to the refugees once more.
Yeah. You know what? I am really surprised they haven't done that yet. And you only have to literally feed them in bird feed. Like, that is right up Amazon's alley. I am so shocked they haven't started doing that yet. That is absolutely perfect for them. So, when we were here last time, we noticed this.
Belfry. Bell ringers only past this point.
So we're going to go up to the belfry. Uh-oh. Here's some pigeon feathers. Mm-hmm. Oh. Here's another one. And there is something down there. And yes, indeed. So we need to find a way to get down there. So we have a couple of ways. We can fly. I don't know if I have a potion of flying left. I do have a couple of... I have a potion of glorious vaulting, which can get me down pretty safely. I have a scroll of flying, so I could use that. And I'm not sure if Gale can cast flying.
Might as well.
Let me see if he can cast it on us. He does not have it equipped right now. I could equip it on him, though. Prepare... Oh, I have room for one more, so let me put flying up here. I should have flying. Why don't I have it? Have I not learned it yet? Let me see. Let me learn one. There we go. Oh no, that's Featherfall. There we go. We'll do Grant Flight. We'll learn this one. Now let me prepare it. There it is. Okay. So now, how many people can I get all scrunched in here? Let's grant flight. Where did it go? Here it is. All right, can you do it again, Gale? So let me send these two down first. He is gonna fly There it is.
That symbol on the collar. Gale, is this one yours?
It is! It's Tara! What's she doing all the way out here?
Let's see. This is all very confusing. Now let's see. He should be able to fly now. Can everybody just come down here now? Let's see. This is getting very confusing. Would you fly now? Can you not fly anymore? Oh, well, here we go. You just use this and jump, okay? Here you go. He should have a feather fall too. Can he fly still? Oh, rats. Oh, he has Misty Step. We'll use that. So, you might remember Gale in the past talking about his cat, Tara. So...
Mr. Dakarios, heavens! Fancy seeing you here.
Tara! That can't be you, can it?
I suppose you won't be terribly shocked to find your old friend Tara amongst the pigeons. They've always been a personal favorite.
My, is that a ring? For us? Oh, you shouldn't have. Enjoy yourself now, Tara. Looks like you've got yourself set up quite nicely here.
Let's see. What's your Tressym doing here, Gale? Oh.
She isn't my Tressym. She's my friend. And from the looks of things, it appears she's eating pigeons.
Can you ask her to stop eating the pigeons?
Oh, right. Did you hear that, Tara? Stop it?
Well, these must be important birds indeed, Mr. Dakarios. Forgive me for feasting on their bodies and bones so very voraciously.
Oh, she's agreed. Just about.
Okay, so we've received a ring of blink, and now we have a letter. Now, let's see. Is there anything else over here? Postmaster shipment enquiry. For the special and direct attention of Roa Moonglow, the Zentrum black market dealer. Look, Roa, you City Zent have always been consummate professionals to me, so I don't understand why the Joaquin's Rest cell is so useless. I was supposed to receive several items from them a few days ago, but have heard absolutely nothing. Could you put out some feelers? Zaris doesn't answer my correspondence anymore. Denzo. He's been doing some black market stuff, it looks like. And what's this other letter? Bundle of letters marked for your eyes only, but lacking a name. Now let's read them. Let's see. Here's first letter. A lengthy letter from a Baldurian patriarch to an unknown correspondent. It describes in no uncertain terms how both parties could profit from a war. A concerned citizen tries to clarify his economic situation so that they are taxed accordingly. It's a nightmare of epic proportion that would make an accountant cry. And finally, it looks like... is there another one here? The shipment inquiry. I guess this is another one. Maybe this one? Oh, here. Look, far be it from me to question Zent directives, but you can't just take from every arrival without consulting me first. That iron flask you skimmed from the last shipment was exceptionally valuable, and I did give it back to the Zentrum, so we can't use it. And we've lost the Vanthampurs as clients for good now. If you just give me a warning first, I can smooth this sort of thing over, Danzo. P.S. Be careful with that iron flask. There was something about it. Felt like it was watching me. Weird. Okay, well, there you have it. That is that. And to be honest, the easiest thing from here is just going to be to go back to camp, where we will stop for today and we'll resume our story very soon. I hope you have enjoyed today's live stream of Baldur's Gate 3, a very spicy and lively live stream, and we will see you here next time to continue our adventure. Bye-bye.